Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Auditor General's recent report drew special attention to issues regarding water, including a lack of monitoring, serious recurring instances of non-compliance, and an extreme backlog of applications for water licenses. The bottom line, the government systems are weak, and this increases the risk to drinking water, the ecosystems, and finally use by agriculture and industry. To the Minister of the Environment. The Minister has repeatedly responded to concerns I've raised about cutting monitoring staff by saying it's not a problem. Does the Minister still stand by this claim?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I think we're trying to compare apples and oranges in this particular instance. What the Auditor General report refers to is the ability of our officials to have follow-up from the point of issuing a license to then following up, and in that regard, Mr. Speaker, we have accepted the recommendation of the Auditor General, and we will be putting in a place so that there are closer opportunities for checks and balances from the point a license is issued and to the follow-up and compliance side.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, given that the Department of Environment cannot transfer a water license until its non-compliant issues are rectified, and given that 75% of the backlog of unprocessed water applications are not current, relating directly to compliance issues, how is the Minister going to rapidly deal with the backlog of over 3,500 water applications?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the backlog that's referred to is a valid number. Mr. Speaker, what is not clear in first reading is the fact that a number of these applications are unnecessarily open, I would suggest to you, Mr. Speaker, because they haven't been closed. And if that's confusing, I don't blame you for not understanding. But the fact of the matter is that these applicants will apply. They'll be requested for further information or clarification. We never hear back from them, and then we have a file that's left
Honourable
open.
Member.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker, and people wonder why we have an issue around water here. Okay, given that this administration has demonstrated a clear inability to monitor licence holders and therefore cannot assess levels of non-compliance, how can the minister even consider compounding these problems by introducing a water market?
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the fact that we are in the process now of reviewing our water allocation policy fits very well into the issues that were raised by the Auditor General. Mr. Speaker, you have to remember that the process that has been in place for 100+ years is one in which there was a presumption of unlimited resources of water. That presumption no longer applies. That's the reason why we are talking about reviewing the water, and part of that review of water allocation will have to be a process whereby we can verify that the license holders are withdrawing water that is appropriate to their license.